Good afternoon. Welcome back to HeadTrip Air World Tour. And unfortunately, welcome back to Quevedo, Ecuador. Our last episode, for those of you who were following along, followed us as we traveled east into the Amazon, deep into the heart. And at the last minute, kind of had a little bit of a mishap in landing at the airport. Landed a little too abruptly. Didn't quite stick it, and here we are back on the same airstrip in front of the same rave house, only to try again. Now we're not going to go east this time. We are going to continue on to Peru and see if we can knock Peru off on our list of nations as we circumnavigate the globe. But we're going to go southwest this time in our little Aero 3 to a little town called Tumbes. And so we've got our low Airways flight plan already loaded up into the simulator, so it should load quickly into our plane's flight management system, and we should be in the skies in no time. So we're going to make use of the sunlight. It's about 4:30, between 4:35 and 4:40 local time as we approach Tumbes. It's probably going to take maybe an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half. Sun should be setting low in the sky when we get there. Should be beautiful. Looks like a fairly beautiful day today. Not many clouds in the sky. Looks like we're fueled up sufficiently. We recognize the runway. We've got a little practice on this one, and so off we go. Let's get in the cockpit and make this one count. So I'd like to welcome you into the cockpit. We'll open the door for you, let you climb on inside. Come on in, take a seat. There's a couple seats in the back. Take your pick. Or fight over seats. Who cares? You know, just left or right. They both have a pretty amazing view in this part of the world. And we'll try to keep you safe along the way. And that's all we can do. That's all we can promise is to do our best, right? Do our best to do our duty, to fly this plane in a manner that is fitting of a head trip pilot. I think we've got our fuel on. Now I've got fuel, I believe, set to auto switch. And I'm going to leave it on there because I just know that will be the death of us if we have to remember one more thing as we fly.
Departure is 119.9er, squawk 3436. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
What did she just tell me my squawk was? She just told me what my squawk was. 3436. Looks like we're set down here, 3436, fair enough. Our flight plan has been filed. We're going to climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 119.9, there we are. Clearance void 30 minutes from now, so we've got 30 minutes to get the crap off of this airway. Let's hope it's far, far, far less than that. Now, I wanted to quickly show you our flight plan. Let's just make sure that we have got all of our waypoints lined up. I've got my notes, my scratch pad off to the side as I put this into the simulator. So we start with our airport and we go to our first waypoint, Magur, Bavan, GYV, looking good. SPME, that's interesting. RNAV 32. There we go. There's our Agassi. There's our Agassi. ME 420, ME 418, ME 416, ME 525, and our last waypoint should be 523. And let's see if it is. Oh, well, we got runway 118. Oh, there it is. Okay. interesting. So we've got these two coordinates, R118, that's not runway, by the way, and R85, and then M3. It's got a couple extra waypoints that I didn't show. Runway 32 is the one we're going to be landing at. So with that said, I think our flight plan is looking pretty solid. Now we're at a heading. What's our heading right now? 91 degrees. I'm hoping that's the case. So as we come over here and calibrate, let's make sure that that's lining up the way we want it to do. That looks about right, 91 degrees. I think it's time to start the plane. What do you think? What do you say? Let's do this. Got a little bit of rotation there, so it's looking good, looking good. Now, I will say I have forgotten the propeller RPM settings for this plane. Mixture, we should be able to hopefully figure out. I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to bring this down at an idle. I think we bring the mixture, or the RPMs down. I think I may have... yes, I indeed did get a little ambitious there. You can't really go to idle until we have everything set up properly. Let's try this again. Good news is we got our beacon working properly. Our strobes don't have nav lights on just yet. I don't know where those come from, but let's turn our landing light on in any event. We'll figure that out at some point in time. Now, let's throttle up here. We're a little lower than we were in Quito, that's for sure, as far as altitude goes. What does our altimeter have us at right now? About 400 feet. I think we want to change this to GPS. Yeah, I'll be honest, I can't remember what to do with this RPM thing, so I'm going to set it a little higher than usual, and we'll see if we can adapt once we get in the air. Okay, I think we're ready. May as well turn a little bit of air on while we're going. There we go. That sounds nice. Okay, in our idle position, that propeller is rocking and rolling, I'll be honest. So I think I'm just a little worried that I'm gonna cut the power on this thing if I'm not careful. Mixture settings. Let's leave it a full mix. And let's bring this all the way down. Okay, let's bring our throttle all the way to idle. Let's hope that doesn't stall us. Okay. Now, I think what we're supposed to do is lower this until that hits about... Nah, I don't know. That doesn't look right to me either. Propeller's still spinning. I suppose that's good news. So both of those are all the way pulled. Huh. But you got me beat. Honestly, you got me beat. That seems pretty weak, though. My propeller's just barely humming along. I'm just going to pull it back up. Let's just put it up until we hit, I don't know, full mix, full RPM. That works. You know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. The music's just to push me along. Let's just get taxiing. Figure this out along the way, right? As I take off my parking brake, that doesn't immediately throw me into a tailspin, so got a lot of power though. I will tell you that. Wow, that thing's will truck along just quickly. Oh man. I think I'm going to have to pull back on that RPM power. Like when this thing goes. Right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to work for anybody. But it is an efficient way to get to the runway. Let's do this. Let's just pull this back like halfway. See how that feels. Wow, that's still trucking along. Like quite fast. So, boy, I'm just hauling butt. Let's find out if we've got clearance. I guess that would be appropriate. Do we have HUDs that come down? Wouldn't that be nice? Looks like we do. Some visors. These are visors, not HUDs. We'll pull them down though, because it just looks cool. It looks like we got sunglasses on, and that's fairly important. We're gonna do a south departure.
Sierra Echo Quebec, Echo traffic HeadTrip 1 taking off runway 18 south departure.
At some point we're gonna be able to pick up our ILS, but not sure when that's gonna be. So let's figure this out. And we're going to take a sharp left going towards McGurr shortly after takeoff. Autopilot I have never used on this plane, but what do you think? Let's turn it on. Maybe I have to wait until maybe we're in the air. Where's my heading bug? Heading bug. There's the nav, GPS nav. We're gonna be going. What's our flight plan heading? Let's check this out real fast. Oops. Scroll back up. There it was. McGurr. Wow, it doesn't give me... That's interesting. I thought it would give me the bearing. Gives me distance, but it doesn't give me the bearing. Do I have to just rely upon this? Let's get a range close in there. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try. Okay. We'll put one flap down. How does our trim look? Pretty good. All right. Holy crap. Ah, this thing's pulling to the right real hard. Where's my speed? Where's my speed? Let's do it. Okay, well, I have to take a hard left at this point. Let's bring up our gear. And let's also bring up our flaps. There we go. And let's start playing with the trim. This thing's tugging to the right really hard, and I wonder if I've got something. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know if that's my. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's beautiful down there today. All right.
HeadTrip 1 is Type Piper Arrow 3 miles southeast of Sierra Echo, Quebec Echo 3,500 feet. Request flight following.
All right, we're at least on our trajectory. Let's zoom in here just a tad, shall we?
HeadTrip 1.
This thing wants to bank. It's almost like my ailerons are my trim is whacked out. That sounds like it's true. How to fix that is another story. Let's just see what happens. Just wants to pull. Okay, well, we're on our way nonetheless, so we'll see if we can maybe we can get autopilot starting to. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm having to yank this yoke to the right, and so clearly my either my rudder trim or my aileron trim, some kind of trim is not trim. And got to figure that out sooner than later. Let's line this up. At about 11,000 feet right now. No. Sorry. Let me take that back. 8,000 feet. I'm going to come down here, scoot over a little bit into the cockpit seat on the left, and let's try to calibrate this a little better. Getting ourselves a little off track. Better watch the mountains as well. I think we're looking pretty good with respect to that. Okay, 9,000. So this is kind of where we're supposed to trim out a little bit, I think. I'm going to pull back a little bit on our thrust until I can get this balanced out. See what heading we're heading, if the GPS will tell us. Goodness. I cannot keep this thing level. Looks like we're going to be turning pretty soon here. And those mountains are looking a little daunting. I'm not so sure 9,000 feet's going to do it for us here. So I'm going to pop in my throttle a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if it's winds. Maybe it's winds. But this thing does not want to. We may as well just do a sharp turn here. There's McGurr right there, straight ahead. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. We're tracking at 156. Let's go straight at 150 and see. Yeah, that looks like it's pretty accurate over there. So now let's just get our heading bug moved over. Uno momento. There we go. And let's turn on autopilot and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to do anything. I don't know. That's looking pretty good to me. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's looking great. Okay, well, that'll solve a little bit of our trim issues for the moment being. That's going to keep us moving at least the right heading that we want to go. That's not the heading we want to go, but at least we've got our heading on autopilot. So let's get ourselves turned about here. Okay. Enough feeling cool. Let's get these visors up. There we go. We're up to 10,000 feet. Do some sharp turn here. Oops. There we go. Let's go due west until we get right back on that flight line. We'll just smooth out this bank a little bit. There we go. Lined up well. Now let's work on our speed. Should be able to play here a little bit with our trim. Okay. We might need to trim just a little bit more than that, but we're getting up there. About 140 knots. Okay, and that gives us a chance to relax just a little bit, hopefully, and remind ourselves what we want to accomplish now. We're at 215. Does that mean I'm supposed to move this to 215? Going the wrong way if I... Well, either way. Whatever. We got time. We got time on our hands. How long till our next waypoint? I guess that would be... 13 miles till our next waypoint. Okay, got a little bit of time. Scoot over here. Get a better straight on angle of this. I think there's 216 right there. I guess we're going 215 though. Just go down 215 then. Works for me. Okay. Airspeed. Does this give us our airspeed over here? Ground speed 157. 140. I'm not sure if I should be messing with this or not. Ground speed 157. Does that mean that I... Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe. 155, 6, 7. Maybe. I don't know. Is that what that's supposed to indicate? Probably. That's probably what that is. Airspeed 140, but ground speed 157. So that's probably what that is. Fair enough. Let's just scoot over and look at that direct on too. That looks like 155, 6, 7. Right? Somehow up here. That's supposed to probably... Okay, what other gauges? Looks like we're flying flat. We're good there. How far till our destination? 6 miles. Getting there. Just a little bit above 9,000 feet, which was pretty close to our assigned altitude. So we'll stick there for a little while. I'm not gonna mess with this too much. I think that all looks pretty darn good. Short of me not understanding how any of that works. Low norm, omni, nav. Don't even know what that is, but I will go heading. Well, why fix it if it's not broken, right? 4 miles till our turn. Don't know what that does. Won't push it. Speed distance. Waypoint. Wow, are we doing just like a full-blown hardcore turn here? Trying to figure out what's going on. Where are we going? No. No. That's an airfield. That's good. That's good. We'll keep on keeping on. In fact, we got a pretty straight shot down here for a ways. Then we hit that bay, and then Peru is literally bordered just, you know, kind of on the south end of that bay. So it's not that. Doesn't seem like it's that far. Okay, we're going to get ready to turn. What it doesn't tell us is which direction to turn very well. So we're just going to follow it manually, I guess. I sure wish it would give us the next heading. Next waypoint is GYV. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we got 38 miles till we're actually going to do a turn. That just passed the Bivan waypoint. I don't know how any of those work. So the question is, did I do this wrong? Was I supposed to change this to match my heading? I'm a little nervous to change it right now because it's going to throw my heading off. But I wonder if I have this setting correctly. I wonder if this should be pointing straight up. But I'm just going to rely upon GPS right now. We can even trim down a little bit more to try to make up some time here. Now, I bet you we can get our RPMs up a little. Well, it's getting up there pretty high. But we may be able to push that a little bit with our mixture. Let's just check it out. Here's our RPMs down here. Let's just play with that a little bit. Pump these bad boys up just a tad. Really, we shouldn't go. We really shouldn't go any faster. That's just going to cause us problems. Now, we are losing altitude a little bit, so we're probably going to have to bring our trim down just a little bit so we don't drop too low. 27 miles. Till our next waypoint, turn. Ground speed 174 knots. While I'm looking at this, we ought to check in Tumbes in Peru the elevation of the airport. So let's do that now. Well, things are still going fairly well for us, hopefully. Let's see. Just give me a moment. We'll bring them up. Okay, so Tumbes. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I think that's the one. Here's where we're at. Tumbes should be somewhere down here. Approach is not showing up. Let's just... no star charts. Let's just see how this... there we go. Runway 32. Okay, so coming down, we're going to cross the bay. And I've got to remember what... well, first of all, let's do what we came in here to do, and that is figure out what the elevation of the airport is. It's going to be sitting at 197 feet, so almost sea level. Or, excuse me, it looks like it's 115 feet. 115 feet elevation. Okay. We'll come back to that for a moment. But before we do, let's go back into our plane. We've got 18 miles. What I wanted to check here is what our approach was. Is this going to tell us? Activate approach. Igasi, that's the one. Igasi to RNAV 32. Okay, that answers the question that I had. Uh-oh, man, this feels like it's coming up pretty quick. Okay, so back to Navigraph. Igasi was yeah, you got me beat. VOR, RNAV 32. Does that mean we're going to be coming? I got to figure out what that does. That mean? I think what we're doing is we're going to be coming down below and coming up, obviously from the south, which is why it's still giving us 36 minutes estimated arrival when we look like we're getting pretty close, but I think we're going to be coming from the south and back up. So I don't know what RNP is and how that applies. Just not sure. Okay, that's good for now. So we're getting close. Toon base here. Us here. We should be approaching the bay shortly here. Right ahead. Down 7,000 feet, cruising along. Should be there in no time. So I wonder if this is any kind of trim here. Auto control. I just wonder if maybe this breaks out. Maybe this breaks out of autopilot. I don't know. Anything else we want to play with? Should we switch one of these breakers and see what happens? Looks like they're interactive. I would be a little bit nervous to do that, but what can we live without? Anti-collision? What else can we live without? I don't ever know that we got our nav lights on. I just don't know how to turn the nav lights on this thing, which is really silly. I mean, you would think that would be a really, really self-explanatory problem to solve, but I can't find the switch for it. Man, my guy is really stiff. Either stiff or focused, one of the two. Maybe that's what we should do, is start looking for the nav lights. I mean, literally, all the lights are right here, so why aren't... I don't know, man. How do you turn on nav lights? I'm not going to turn on the fuel pump. But I can't figure it out. Unless this needs to go on. Probably should have put that on. Hmm. 2 miles.
Roger, HeadTrip 1. Vehicle Center, HeadTrip 1. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Indeed. Let's bring us up close. Start making our move.
Charlie airspace, HeadTrip 1. HeadTrip 1. Vehicle approach, HeadTrip 17,000 feet.
I'll tell you, it is nice to have a co-pilot to ATC communications, because that's just one additional step that I don't think I would do well with. That's an interesting tune, isn't it? It's like right off of Knight Rider, or Automan or something like that. Greatest American, no, not Greatest American Hero. Sledgehammer, MacGyver, I don't know. Max Headroom. Oh, that's pretty direct. I mean, no beating around the bush there. Let's just see what happens to this flight plan. Still can't scroll down, but once we get on the other side of the bay, we'll see exactly what we're going to be doing. But for right now, we've got some aquatic flying to do here. What's our estimated arrival? 55 minutes? There's no freaking way. There's no way with 55 minutes. We're not going another 55 minutes, I can tell you that much. That much I can tell you. Our speed's pretty solid. It's an interesting spot. Taking advantage of all the real estate, though. Navigating that, I'm just trying to find roads between those. Like, how do they just all boat driven? Like, I don't see little bridges and stuff, so maybe you've got to Sorry, that was a yawn. Maybe gonna navigate this through the water. I don't see little bridges in between the stuff, so it might be fun to kind of navigate, but... So what do you think all these little... I'm not in the know. What are all these little, you know, sectioned off areas of water? Is that like I don't know, fish farming or something like that, or I don't know what they do. Like over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's all that going on? Subdividing the water. Some type of... I don't know, brine shrimp factory or something like that. Who knows? So many things that I don't know. So many things that I should. I guess I could Google it. Do we have time? Given the fact this thinks we have 107 miles, I would certainly think we have time. But something's off. Something's fishy. Because we do not have 107 miles. There's just no way.
HeadTrip 1.
There is absolutely no way, so...
HeadTrip 17,000 feet.
Something's whack. Here, I'll pull it open on my phone. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, let's see. Ecuador, down to Peru. Here's the little bay. Kind of on the north side. Let's see where we at. We're just, yeah. Okay. Okay, so Isla Verde. That's pretty much what we're looking at right here. That's pretty much what we're looking at. All these little... Yeah, it's interesting. You look at it on Google Maps, it's like... It's almost like it looks like it's like growing. Yeah, like they're growing some type of water plant. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I wish I could show this to you. It doesn't look like water. It's clearly they're growing something in here. Don't know what it is. Isla Verde. Got to be oh, got photographs of it. Yeah, that's exactly. There's got to be, yeah, there's definitely got to be information on this. So let's figure it out. We got time. We got time. Isla Verde photos. These are just reviews. Isla Verde. Now, I don't know if it's in Peru yet. It still might be in Ecuador. So, we'll figure that out. Esha Calabri... Calabresa? We got a review. We got a Google review. What does it say? Google reviews. No, we don't have a Google review. Photos of it. just don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. It's all sectioned off. We'll go to Wikipedia, the standard. Make sure you give your $3 this year. Isla Verde. Puerto Rico. That's not the one we want. Verde Island Passage. Isla Verde. Puerto Rico. No, we don't want any of that. Isla Verde, Ecuador. Or possibly Peru. But it's not significant enough to show up on either one. So let's go straight back to Google. Better check our stats though. Are we on the... We're still on the right course. Everything looks good. Island in Ecuador. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. This is like challenging research, you know. Coastline next to Isla Verde is next to Isla Verde and is located in Guayas, Ecuador. Isla Verde has a length of 21.31 kilometers. And maybe that's all, you know, there is to know about it, but I know there's more. Like what if I want to come in and farm with everybody else? Like how would I Google that? You know? There's gotta be a way, right? There's gotta be a way. There's a weather forecast. That's Puerto Isla Verde destination guide. Hey, well, trip suggest. Okay, now we're in business. Puerto Isla Verde in the region of Guayas is located in Ecuador. That's so long. Watch live streaming. I doubt that. America, Guayas. Depending on your budget, these more prominent places might be interesting for you. So in other words, it's saying go somewhere else. Being here already, consider visiting Sigsid. We collected some hobby film on the internet. Scroll down. Okay. Interesting facts about this location. Uh-oh. Well, I moved and then it bumped everything to high heaven. Okay, what did I do? Oh, I bumped my trim. Yeah, that's dangerous. Okay, let's see if we can fix this without dying. That's all it takes. You move 3 inches and everything goes to high heck. Trim. No. Back down, my friend. Back down, my friend. At least it's keeping its heading. That's impressive. Goodness. Well, we just gained like literally 1,000 feet in two seconds. Probably need to come back down here. That was rough. But our heading is just spot on. See, when you start to lose your focus, those kinds of things can happen. And Higazi's got to be like right down there. I mean, I'll tell you what, man, this was a little longer of a journey than I anticipated. And I'm still no closer to finding out what's going on in this island down here. Let's see what it says. Interesting facts. Oh, I gotta, let's see. I got a text message first. Hey everyone, we have settled on dates for a little getaway in August. Okay, that's good to know. Who is this? All right, here's the interesting facts about the Tara River. I'm not sure the Tara River has anything to do with where we're at. Tara River is a river in Ecuador. It flows into the Chirut estuary in the Gulf of Guayaquil, which is, I assume, maybe that's what this is. Who knows? It gives it gives its name to the shrimp disease, Tara syndrome, which was first described in shrimp farms along the river. Tara syndrome, interesting. Shrimp disease. Puna Island. Okay, all right, here we go. Puna Island is an island off the coast of southern Ecuador at approximately 80 degrees west longitude, 3 degrees south. It is located at the head of the Gulf of Guayaquil, south of the mouth of the Guayas River, and the city of Guayaquil, Ecuador's largest city and chief port. Really? Ecuador's largest city is Guayaquil. That's interesting. It's bordered by Jambel Channel on the east and Mororo Channel on the west, both of which connect the open Gulf of Guayaquil to the narrow mouth of Guayas River. The total area of Puna Island is 330 square feet. And that's all I've got. So I wonder, let me just check if this is even related whatsoever. This gulf here we're talking about, is that what this is? What is this big body of water? I'm working on it. Where's Guayaquil? First of all, let's find Guayaquil. Oh, yeah. There's Guayaquil. We've certainly already passed all that. That was a large city even before we met the water. That's Ecuador's largest city. It's interesting. That's even larger than Quito, huh? That's pretty interesting. There's Quito. Quito, Guayaquil. I guess so. Okay, so finding the name of this body of water. Google Maps is not being terribly cooperative at the moment. But that island, the big island's Isla Puna, so for what it's worth. So we're coming up. We're gonna be getting close to like Machala, and then that'll kind of lead us along the coastline, along the rest of the Gulf to Tumbes. Let's just see what we got going on here. It's a bigger Gulf than I guess I envisioned for some reason. Pretty decent Gulf. We're just a tiny bit off of our track, but not bad at all. How's my fuel? I'm getting pretty low on fuel. I can tell you that. My thoughts are this. We better change course. This doesn't necessarily follow our flight plan directly, but if we don't change course, I think there's a possibility that we could run out of gas. I don't think we would, but I'm doing it a little out of selfish reasons too, just to kind of get to our destination quicker, right? Shave it.
119.1 for HeadTrip 1. Santa Rosa approach. HeadTrip 19,400 feet.
There it is, crossing airspace. Still wants this 9,000. We're at 94. So I'm thinking, like, Tumbes is like right over here. So I think I'm gonna almost deviate a little bit. I'll probably get in trouble for that. Okay, here we go again. A lot of interesting... What am I trying to say here? Right? I mean, you know what I'm saying. Do I need to say it? Probably not. Probably not. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, there's time for being direct. I'll be honest, but, you know, you got to use a little bit of discretion. Geez, got to clean those windows. What is someone using, like a rotary, one of those rotary grinders on the windows or something? What's going on with that? That's what I want to know. What's going on with those windows? As we suspected, sun's starting to get a little lower in the sky. Sounds like a He-Man or a She-Ra song, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those 80s Saturday morning cartoons, you know what I'm saying? I'm catching the vision. I guess. Okay, so let's do it. Let's just breach protocol here. Let's just head straight for the hills. Let's go 240 degrees and see if that takes us a little closer to where we want to be at the end of the day. That's pretty much going to do it. Now we will be flying into the sun apparently. I guess we need to keep that in mind.
HeadTrip 1. Wave will center. HeadTrip 19,500 feet.
Well, we can't accuse anybody of using auto-tune, can we?
119.1 HeadTrip 1. Santa Rosa approach, HeadTrip 19,400 feet.
We'll just nick that a little bit to the left, maybe down to like 200 and, I don't know, 37 or something like that.
Sometimes you gotta make the biggest mistake to get where you need to go.
Here we go again.
Sometimes you gotta travel miles away to realize you need to grow.
That's...
Dying and dying to get myself out this place. I've been trying to right the wrongs that I made. People just don't wake up unhappy one day. It's something that happens over time. I put it into your head. I said I should let go too, 'cause I'd rather be a bit alone than lay next to
Hey, is that an airport down there? I don't think so. Don't tempt me. Don't do it. That's still just on the edge of Ecuador, so don't tempt me at all.
realize you are the same as the ones who raised you were. Gotta ask yourself, are you gonna go or stay? Admit that it's
See, that's the beauty of Spotify. You just don't know.
I've been dying and dying to get myself out this place.
It's like one of those Kinder eggs. You know what I'm saying? You just pop it open, and you don't know what's going to be inside. It might be just like, might be a really cool toy. Might be just something just that makes you want to just, you know. But either way, you're going to eat the chocolate, right?
Going to 126.8 HeadTrip 1. Chums approach, HeadTrip 19,500 feet.
We really are going to be getting here pretty close. I'm going to start dropping elevation, if that works for you. Wow. Is that a Tom Schultz Rockman? Well, got a little bit of the delay guitar in there. I can't knock him for that. Which reminds me, I've got like seven messages on bands in town from Flock of Seagulls today. And I'm like in the same day. I'm like, just like, hey, in case you didn't get the message, here's another one of the exact same message. Not to say that I love Flock of Seagulls, man, but I don't think I need spam calls necessarily from them. I'll tell you what's interesting. If you ever want to go see a really cool series, I think it was back in the 90s, called Bands Reunited. It was on VH1. They went out and found these bands that had broken up and hadn't seen each other in like just years or decades or whatever, and one of those episodes surrounded on Flock of Seagulls, and that was pretty good. That's I love that show. Showed how kind of Flock of Seagulls got reunited, and it seems like at that point that's when things started to take off at some point. I mean, maybe not immediately, but boy, I'm sure getting a lot of mass marketing from Flock of Seagulls. Yeah, I'm getting low on fuel. I'm glad we're going direct. And I'm also glad that we're doing the auto engine switch. Let's see which engine tank or auto tank switch. It's on left. I don't know if it stayed on left. Maybe that's why I was banking so hard. Maybe my fuel tanks are not even, but I think they are. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's doing a pretty good switch between those fuel tanks. So but maybe when we started out, maybe they weren't balanced. Maybe that's why I was struggling. Because as soon as I take this off the heading, autopilot, I'll bet you anything we just start banking to the left again. I mean, we could certainly test our theory. I guess we could fly this. You know what? We could manual fly this the rest of the way in. It's basically just following this coastline for the next few minutes. Why don't we do that? Let me figure out once again the airport. Okay, we're going to have runway 32, which I think I'm abandoning. I think we're going to hit runway.
Good evening, passengers.
That's what you give for hitting buttons. Runway 14. I think that we're coming up from this direction. And I think we're going to hit runway 14 rather than 32. So, fair enough. I think I'm ready to come off autopilot. What do you think? You're like, I think I'm ready just to jump off a bridge with the pace of this flight. Hey, it's been nice, though. I mean, scenery's great. We're going to hit this other country. I'm going to do a go-around if I'm not positive I'm going to land on this thing. Ooh, I better find out how... Wow, I cannot do this with saxophone. I can't do this with saxophone. I was just going to say there's no way that I'm not going to land this. I'm not going to stick this landing because I will do go-arounds until I feel 100% comfortable landing, and then all of a sudden that kicked in. And I'm like, I've lost any confidence that this is going to turn out positive. But I did discover that we have 8202 feet of runway to work with, which should be plenty for us. So, okay. This is going to work. Seems like the deeper you allow Spotify to go into its just kind of own tailored playlists, they just start throwing saxophone at you. Like, I don't know if the algorithm is just like, oh yeah, let's just bait him into about an hour and a half worth of playlist, and then let's just beat him over the head with the saxophone. But it seems like that always happens. Which is a lot of times why you hear the same songs over and over and over again, because, well, I don't know. I don't know why you hear the same songs over and over again, because that's just what we do around here. But it's, you'll start to get the feel for when I just let Spotify just, I go on autopilot and let Spotify take the yoke, and that's where we end up almost every time. That's where we end up. And with all that said, I haven't even dropped elevation yet. See? I mean, the focus is just dismal. I don't even frankly remember how I'm going to do this, so I'm just going to drop the throttle, okay? Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's like fiery trials now. Tumbase is right over there, I believe. I do believe. Now we just gotta find the airport. But I gotta seriously do some dropping, man. if I'm going to come at this at 140 degrees, and I got to get down to sea level, I've got some dropping to do. It looks like, well, that's probably not an airport. I was going to say right over here it looked like an airport, but the runway's going the wrong way, so that's not the airport. I don't know where the airport is. It's got to be here soon. But I know I'm going to be coming at it from 140, so keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Let's keep dropping. Let's flap it up. Maybe that'll stall us a little bit. Give us some time to figure out what we're doing. Oh, I got to get that yacht. Oh, yep, see. Okay, fair enough. And I don't even remember how to turn off these. I'm just going to turn off autopilot altogether. Is that basically saying warning gear? Okay, it wants my gear. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's put gear on. Bring the gear down. There we go. Now it's happy. All right, we're going to manually fly this sucker in. We're going to try at least. Welcome to Peru. Let's hope we land, because we've already done this once. Let's just find the airport. Can't be far, right? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Let me trim up. That's better. I'm going to zoom in on my Navigraph, see if I can figure this out, because I'll be honest. I need more throttle for a moment. Keep us going. I'm doing multiple things at once right now, folks, trying to figure out where our approaches are. Where's the airport? Soggy. Oh man, it looks like it's down further. Maybe it's... Okay, let's take off. Whoops, wrong way. I'm going to take out my flaps for a moment because I think the airport's further down. Further down. Now, if you see it... Oh, jeez. You tell me I'm wrong. And yep, here I am, just with that heavy left pull. Maybe it's just that my propeller's just too hot. That's possible. If you see an airport, let me know, because I think it's further down this way, according to the charts. And I'm going to be fighting this airplane's bank like the whole way in, confident. Oh, look, that's cool. There's a little arena down there or something. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing the airport here. I still think I'm going to have to approach this. Let's see. Where's Igasi? Runway 32. You know what? No, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. I got to turn around. It is back the other way. Okay, fair enough. It's back there. It's back there. And we are going to be doing runway 32 now. Because we confused ourselves. That's okay. That's okay. So much for the shortcuts. We don't like to do anything the easy way around here. Runway 32. I'm really headed directly towards what my last waypoint was. ME 523, if you recall. So I'm just on a direct collision course with that waypoint. And then we're going to pull over and scoot over to 323 degrees. Excuse me. My wheels are calling my bluff, saying almost there. Surprised we didn't see the airport, though. Alright, I think it's time to make our turn. I'm just going to let the plane do it by itself because it seems pretty good at making its own left-hand banks. I'm sure it's rudder. Look at the rudder. Does the rudder look like it's, can't tell. Ailerons? Rudder? Who knows? Certainly not me. There it is right there. Alright, so let's put on some flaps. And let's trim down. on a little bit of thrust to keep me going. And man, I tell you, my wings are just hurting right now. They're just pushing to the left so badly. So if this thing ends badly, I'm not taking any responsibility for it. Like, my trim, my left-right trim is just to crap right now. What I don't need is goodness. This shouldn't be this ugly, but it is. Oh, and I'm almost ready to stall, so let's... All right. Come on. That was even rougher than I wanted it. There we go. That trim was terrible. Well, at least we're here. I'll have to figure out what was going on. But we're here, and that's good news. Looks like our parking spots are going to be up here. Are we going to get anyone to flag us in? Let's just find out. Do we have a spot waiting for us? Can't tell what way that guy's facing. He's facing this direction. Let's see if we can get him to flag us in. That would just make everything worth it. You better lift those arms, buddy. You better lift those arms. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Just keep coming. There it is. Oh! That guy should be a little bit nervous. Parking brake on. Let's bring our... We'll lean out our mixture and cut the... Yep, there we go. Now, is this going to give us credit? There's nothing worse than not getting credit for your flight. Just nothing worse. So let's just find out what happens. Let's get our lights off. Here we go. Should be right here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Everything looks silent. It's just, I'll open up the baggage door. And, get out of here. So that's that. Welcome to Peru. Tumbes. Tumbes Pedro Ganga is the name of the airport here. And got here right before sunset, so that's nice. Close to the mountains, and all the more close to, Machu Picchu. Who knows? Wherever. But we're in Peru. One more country to knock off of our list. Andes Mountains, still to the east. Looking great. Coastline to the west. Looking great. And let's see if we got a Hilton around here. I don't think so. We'll have to take an Uber and see if we can find a La Quinta or something like that. So anyways, thank you as always for joining us here at HeadTrip Air. Took a little bit longer than a lot of times does. So one more country off of our circumnavigation of the entire globe. Don't forget your bags, and come see us again soon, and we'll be in the air before you know it. Catch you on the flip side.